Hello, my YouTube family and friends. I pray that everyone has had a blessed, beautiful Friday. Well, I tell you, these days are going by way too fast. Now, my daughter has graduated from high school, and I'm just like, okay, Lord, what's next? And we're getting ready to move. We're getting ready to move. Yeah, the Lord said so. So we're moving from the condo to whatever the Lord has for us, and I believe it's a house. So we're working on that, but it's just so much. To be honest, I just want to be still. It's been a lot of just movement, which is, I'm not complaining, but I just want to be still and just be settled, and not settled in a bad way, but settled with God. And but we have to get to what he has for us. And a lot of times we have to go through things and go through situations before we get to our destiny, whatever what he has for us. So we just have to trust the Lord. He knows what's best. He always has, always will. So we got to trust him. But I wanted to continue what I was talking about earlier, this morning on my way into work, about how family, it's your own family a lot of times that, I can't stress this enough. They want to see you fail, and just to give you a little background, and I'm not, this is public information. I'm not ashamed of any of this and I'm not talking about them. I'm sharing this to help somebody else because, for so many years I lived in just complete ignorance. And, I was thinking, I thought so much more of people than what they ever thought of me. And you know how sometimes people say little comments and you'd be like, I wonder why they said that, and it would be, most of the time it would be, derogatory, we'd be putting you down or putting me down. And I just ignored it, even my own parents, they would say little stuff. I never forget my stepdad said, that just really hurt my feelings. I was just like, because now it makes sense why the Lord moved me and my children from all of that foolishness. But, for so long we sat in it. But he said to me, right, I always go over there because we live like 6-7 minutes from them. And I knocked on the door, and I think the door was open. I was knocking on the screen door, and he said, talk about the devil, and the devil shows up. Something to that effect. But he said devil. So basically he was calling me the devil. And I was like, wow, me of all people, you calling me the devil? I pray for y'all, and I treat you good and do my best to... Then I was doing my best to please them and just going out of my way, trying to make sure they were happy. And you're calling me the devil? Wow, So I just totally, I just laughed it off and, went on in the house. And he said that as I was coming in, right after I came in the house. And I just sort of shrugged it off. But that, that really hurt my feelings because I'm like, are y'all serious? Are you serious? And he sort of laughed, like he was joking. But when you comparing somebody to the devil, there's nothing to be laughing about. There's nothing funny about that. And, I'm just like, I'm nowhere near that. So why would you even say that? But again, a lot of times people don't realize the power in their words. They don't care. They just saying stuff and talking. But again, going back to how they will mistreat you and stuff like that. And, I want to share something with you all. Since my late husband passed away, I guess they thought, and he used to tell me this too. He said, they think that you're dumb. They think you don't know anything. And I said, really? He said, yeah. He said, they think that, cause cause he was saying that I was so nice and stuff. He was saying that they just thought that I was, just didn't know how to do stuff. They, and I'm sure they did, cause I didn't do anything. I didn't have to, cause I had him. Which, I took advantage of that to a little extent. But going back to what he was saying, after he passed away, I saw what he meant. I was like, wow, they really do think that I'm dumb. They think I don't know anything. And I was reaching out to a lot of them, but it wasn't because I didn't know how to do it. I was just needing assistance. I'm like, he had 3 other brothers, and I'm like, come on, can you guys help us? But to be honest, none of them helped us move. We moved, me and my children, we had transporters to move us to the state, but, just a minute, y'all.
Hi, welcome to Culver's. My name is Maddie with TMA Express.
And so I'm back, y'all. And so, yeah, so he, he would tell me that, and I would be like, laugh it off. I said, "What are you?" He said, "Yeah, they think you're dumb, And I was like, well, why would they think that? That sort of hurt my feelings. But he was telling me the truth. And because, like I said, it would reveal itself what they thought of me and my children when he passed away. And so it was like he was shielding us, like, from a lot of, sort of mistreatment or whatever. And because they had, it seemed like they had so much more respect for him than they did me. And so, a lot of stuff I would ignore, and I never will forget his sister-in-law. She said something to me, and she said, and it hurt my feelings so bad, y'all. I shared this before, but she said, "Yeah," I said, "I wish he had never married you." And I know that was just the enemy speaking from her. I know that was supposed to ruin my day and make me so mad at her and just hate her. But I did the opposite. I said, and I laughed it off, but it really hurt my feelings. And I had told him about that later when I got, we got back home. And I said, do you believe that? Do you believe she said that to me? And he said, "What?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, don't pay her no attention. I said, "Well, I'm not," but I said, it doesn't excuse the fact that she said that to me. And so, but I just think back, on his side, not even on his side, but on my own side, family side, I've been hurt a lot, just a lot of words said to me out of ha ha ha, and a lot of times I would laugh with them, but it would hurt my feelings so bad. And I just keep on going on, because it's just the love of Jesus within me. But again, going back to when he passed away, so we had some cars we had to sell. One car he had was a stick, and so nobody could drive it, so we sold it. So I had to get the help of his brothers and different ones. I said, "Hey, can you help me with this?" Blah blah. And so I was just getting them to assist me, because I didn't know how to do any of that, and they did help me. But I wanted to share this going back to when we moved. This is very important. I want everybody to know this is how family will do you or treat you when they don't agree with something you say or do. And it's almost like, y'all figure it out, since you're not moving the way we want you to move. So you just have to struggle and figure it out. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. But more than they knew, we had Jesus with us. So Jesus had already told us to leave, and we had the means to leave, and that's what we did. But and I don't know if they were sitting back waiting on us to ask for help. I was never going to do that. But I was just really shocked, because I was like, wow, so many people over here when he passed away, and rushing to see, were we going to just go under the ground and just everything was just going to fall, go under, and which it did the opposite. But, and, more, we didn't even know we weren't going to stay there. We were just trying to get up, get through our grieving and get through what we had to go through what we had to go through. But anyway, then, we were packing every day. Me and my youngest son, he said, "Mama, nobody's come over." I said, no, not even my family, none of my family. Now I got a brother, I got a sister, I got my mom and my dad, and none of them offered to help, none of them. And it was just like, oh, they always want to know the update. Y'all still leaving? Yep. We'll come over there to eat. They came over there for Thanksgiving and for Christmas. And, they would see. Now, we didn't know then. We didn't start packing until it was like, I think it was February, March, April, because that's when we listed the house for sale. So it was not until then. It's because we didn't know the end of 2021. Thanksgiving, Christmas, we didn't know we were leaving. God hadn't informed me yet. But anyway, yeah, so y'all still leaving, and I don't know if they were expecting me to change the answer, no, we're gonna stay. And my oldest son, him and his family would come over there, and they was like, "Y'all are really leaving?" I'm like, "Yeah," because every time they would come over there, it would be some more boxes stacked up in the living room. So they'd be like, "Yeah, y'all really leaving?" And then pictures, I had taken all the stuff down off the wall. It looked as though we were leaving. So, if you didn't think we were leaving, you were just crazy, because everything was getting packed up. And then, forgot to mention this, the big for sale sign out there in the yard.
2-piece cod, fries, and coleslaw.
Yes, thank you.
Anything else I can get you?
That's all. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
So, let me check my order, y'all, because I don't like getting all the way home. My order ain't right. That just gets away with me. They're getting a little stingy on the fries. Pay so much for this, not pay so much, but they didn't even put any tartar sauce in here, but I got some at home. Yeah, they're getting sloppy. You have to, it seems like everything you got to ask for now. Sometimes they do a good job in putting everything in there, but they didn't put me in the tartar sauce. But I'll get some. I got some at home. But anyway, so yeah, going back to sorry for all that noise. Going back to I don't remember what was I talking about. So the big for sale sign was out there in the yard. So you know, if you didn't know we was moving with that in the yard, like I said, I didn't know what else to tell them. You know, I'm just like, we are leaving. You know, and it was just like you could tell. I could tell that it was total disbelief. You know, like, yeah, she crazy. You know, and I kept telling them, I said, you know, God told us to leave. You know, and it was just like, you know, yeah, right. You know, you something wrong. You know, they're like, it's something. I know that's what they were saying. She crazy. You know, is she on drugs or something? But, you know, again, you know, it's so sad that, so I want to still elaborate some more on that. So, yeah, so we did all that heavy lifting and we didn't have to move ourselves. The people, we had a moving company. So but we still had to pack up the boxes and stuff. And, but I was just saying, you know, he had brothers and nobody, you know, called or texted me and said, you know, you need anything, you know, you need us to come over here and help you with anything. Cause they knew it was just me and the kids, you know, and I'm just like, and my daughters were in school, during this time, you know, cause they didn't get out of school to May let's say this was 2022. So yeah, my oldest daughter was going to graduate. And then, I'm trying to make sure I got the dates right. Yeah, she was graduating in May of 2022, and then so both of them were still in school. And so anyway, didn't call or anything, you know, to check and see. And then this what was really kind of funny. I was just like, okay, you know, it was just God allowed me to see so much. But and I'm thankful for all of it because it's made me better. It's made me stronger. But He allowed me to see people for how they really were and how they really are. They don't even like themselves. So it's hard for them to like anybody else. And all those years, you know, I can just tell, you know, were they just tolerating me, you know, because of their son? And a lot of times they didn't even treat him right. You know, he would come home and tell me stuff, and I would be like, really? And it would just upset me because I'm just like, you know, I know they don't care for me, but they talking to you any kind of way. So, you know, he didn't care. He did not even care. He would just go on. He brushed it off and go on about his business. But me, on the other hand, how I used to be, you know, I had an issue with it, you know, and I held that little grudge, you know, there. It wasn't right, but I did it, you know, I held on to it because I knew what was going on. And so, you know, anyway, so yeah, they didn't call anything and say, do you need help? Or, you know, it was always the topic was, when y'all leaving? Y'all still leaving? And like I said, I guess they thought I was telling the children, I guess they thought that, you know, I was just talking, you know, I was just crazy. And I was just going to come back behind it and say, oh yeah, you know, we're not going anywhere. But I'm like, wheels were already in motion. You know, I had called the moving company. I had all them boxes. I was buying boxes just about every week because we had so much stuff. We had been in that house for almost 20 years. So I was calling the junk people, getting rid of stuff. You know, it was just a lot going on. But I'm just like, wow, nobody called over here to help us or nothing. And then we stayed at a hotel outside of our city that we were in because because the movers came so late. Yeah, they came that Thursday, but they came so late. They're supposed to came early, and we were gonna just be on the road, but they came so late. And I told the kids I didn't want to be on the road late at night. because it wasn't late, but I didn't want to do that. So I said, we'll get a fresh start in the morning, which was Friday. And so we just stayed in a hotel, and it was in Murfreesboro in Tennessee. And so we stayed there, a nice hotel, and got us a little rest. Not much, but we got a little. And we packed the car that I'm in. We packed this car as full as we could, with stuff we knew we would need, and stuff. And so anyway, but yeah, and so while we were on our way here to Colorado, they called and they say, you guys didn't even let us know that y'all were leaving. What's your rush? And so I was like, wow, really? And so I just told, I said, okay, Lord, please give me strength to just not be, I want to be good. I want to be right with you. So let me just disregard foolishness. And I did. But I was just like, are y'all serious? But see, that's just another scheme and tactic of the enemy, how he'll use people that allow him to use them, how he'll use them, and he'll just use them, and if they're open, they already in that arena, but he'll just use them, he'll just use them, and they just, a lot of times I don't even think they realize what's going on. They just, they okay with it. They just go with it. But yeah, said, what's your rush? And I said, well, when the Lord tells you to do something, you do it, and you do it in a hurry. You don't have time to sit back and wonder about it. You just do it, And so anyway, that didn't stick in the brain. They just went in one ear and went out the other. I'm sure they still were calling me crazy and whatever, but that's okay too. But yeah, I was just really going back to what my late husband would say. Like I said, a lot of stuff he said to me, I disregarded it, but it was true. Every bit of it was true. I just didn't want to hear it, and I just, I was in my own way, and I didn't want to hear it. I just didn't want to hear it. But I understand now. I do. I really do. A lot of stuff God was speaking through him to me and preparing me for a lot of stuff that was about to go down in the physical realm. But I just, like I said, when he passed away, before he passed away, he would tell me a lot of stuff, and I'd be like, yeah, and I would, like I said, I would just ignore it, because I was battling stuff at the time and trying to get myself, or not get myself together, but it was just a lot of stuff I was struggling with spiritually. And so, father issues and biological father issues, all type of stuff. But God he's healed me of that now. But what I'm saying is that it's your own family. It's your own family. It ain't nobody far away. It ain't your co-workers. It ain't your next door neighbor. It's your family. And it's a lot of this is pulled down from generational curses. Things have always been a certain way in different families, and it continues to be that way until God uses someone to change it. The structure of that family. And so I really do believe I'm the generational curse breaker in my family. I'm not sure who it is in his family on that side, but I know I'm the one for my family. And so that's why my way is so hard. It ain't just what I'm dealing with. I want to finish this video. It's not just what I'm dealing with. It's things down through the generational family line. It's just a bunch of stuff. But anyway, I know God gonna heal the family line. He gonna heal me from anything that's been passed down to me, because I'm 50 years old, so you can imagine it's a lot of stuff. But yeah, going back to it's your own family. I'm just, like I said, I tell my children all the time. I said I talk about my late husband. I said he would be so disappointed to know how we're being treated and stuff. And every now and then it's a call here and there. Trying to see if if we're doing bad. Basically. Well, he ain't here, so let's see how long they gonna last. But what they never calculated was how, when God, like I said, when God tells you to do something, he goes before you and makes the way out of no way. You're not gonna fail. You're not gonna fail. And no matter how much people want you to, it's never gonna happen. That goes for you, that goes for me. You know, you can sit up and think it up, you can talk it up of somebody's failure, but it's never going to happen. And you better be careful when you're doing that, because you're digging a ditch, because you may need to dig too, because you may fall in one of those ditches. So, you know, it's so sad. It really is. You know, I can honestly say, and God is my witness, that I want everybody to make it. I've never sat up in nobody's room and wanted nobody to fail. Ooh, I wish they don't get that job. Ooh, I wish they don't do that. I've never, ever, you know. But it's people, you know, it's people that are doing that, you know. And I'll never forget when my father-in-law told me this, and I sort of shrugged it off, but he said, when I told him we were leaving, he said, be careful. He said, be mindful, because it's people that are praying against you. And, you know, and I didn't even really think much about that till after the fact. And then, you know, I thought about that like later on, like after we moved here to Colorado, and you know, God was just bringing a lot of stuff back to my remembrance. And I was like, why did he even say that to me? You know, cause it was just, I don't know, sort of, and it's true. It's a very true statement, but I was just like, why did he say that to me? Why would you bring that up? And people, and I'm bringing you some good news, telling you what Jesus has told us to do. Why would you say that? And so anyway, just pay attention to what people say, you know, pay attention to, you know, because they do reveal their heart, you know, what they come out their mouth and how they really feel about you. You know, they can pretend for so long, and then, you know, they get tired of pretending, because it gets tiring to do the, you know, okay, I can't do it, you know, it's just like, okay, I don't want to pretend no more. I want to be myself. And that's when the ugly come out in them. But again, you know, I'm just thankful that we're here. I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. So thankful that we're here away from all of them. I mean, I'm just being honest. I love all of them. I pray for them. It was good to see, you know, the few that came here for her graduation yesterday, but I don't miss none of that, because now, since God has opened my eyes up, I see them for how they really are. And what I thought it never was. And I won't go to as far as saying they don't love us. I feel like they do, but they don't have the best intentions for us. You know, people want you to stay in that same box that they remember you being in. They don't want to hear nothing about you doing nothing different, or you doing something outside the box, because they still doing the same stuff. You know, and that's another thing. They've been doing the same stuff for 30, 40, 50 years, however old they are. And they fine with that. You know, they don't want to move. They don't want to do nothing different. They are so fine with doing that year after year, just doing the same stuff over and over and over. And that's you know, I guess that's okay. You know, but God is calling us out to do more for him. You know, that's where our blessings are going to come from, and souls are attached to our lives. And so we don't have time to be trying to do the same stuff year after year. You know, and you say, well, what's wrong with me doing, you know, saying I don't have to move? Well, no, you don't have to move. If the guy didn't tell you to move, you better not move. But I'm saying, if he did tell you to move, you better quickly move. And whatever he tells you, if he tells you to let go of a job, you better do it. You know, he's telling you that for your best benefit, for your benefit. So I'm gonna get in here to this house. I'm tired. I'm not really tired. I'm just I'm gonna get me feet. I haven't eaten anything today but some watermelon, so I'm gonna have my tea. I gotta do better with that too. Probably I'm gonna try to do better start next week, Tuesday. Get me a little routine schedule going, because I'm just not hungry in the morning. But I need to get me I got oatmeal here. I need to start eating oatmeal and get me some fruit or something, you know, just something that I can. It's just not good to go all day, but like I said before, it's just I'm so busy, you know, I'm just so busy and thinking and all day, and I'm just like, gosh, it's time to go home now. So now, since I don't have to, you know, pick my daughter up and to go out, do all that back and forth all day, my mind will settle down, and I can just, okay, eat at my desk at lunch and and go on like that. But as always, I pray you all have a blessed, beautiful weekend. Happy Memorial Day, and go out, bless somebody. I pray someone blesses you as well. I hope you've had a beautiful day. Whatever you did, I hope you just were, well, we all were blessed because Jesus woke us up this morning. So always remember, I love you, but Jesus loves you so much more. Please know the best is still yet to come for you and for me. God bless you. God keep you is my prayer. Have a wonderful, wonderful, restful weekend is my prayer. Long weekend if you are off on Monday. God bless you. Bye-bye.